Welcome to the United Front show, where we work to get people like Pete Buttigieg, who doesn't take corporate donations, elected.
Yeah.
We don't care the party.
Well,
I'm happy to work for a Republican that doesn't take a single penny of corporate donation. What do you know about that?
I mean, if you want to get rid of abortion rights and stuff, I mean, you can do that on that side of the table.
A progressive Republican.
So a Democrat.
I don't even know anymore.
I'm a Republican, but I support open borders and I support trans rights and I want to abolish companies, but I'm a Republican because who knows anymore.
Speaking of that, let's talk about Mayor Pete, Secretary Pete Buttigieg, and the rounds. Welcome to the United Front show, where we work to elect candidates that do not accept corporate money. By the way, does Pete Buttigieg accept corporate money?
Probably. Oh, this is a great name. Peter Paul Montgomery Buttigieg is his name.
Peter Paul Montgomery Buttigieg?
That's his full name.
Wow.
What a man. Yeah, it looks like.
Pete Buttigieg does accept corporate donations.
Yeah. It seems in 2016 he does, because I'm getting a ton of articles from 2019 and 2020 saying he's swearing off lobbyist donations and corporate funding.
When was that?
2019 and 2020.
Okay.
So it seems like he did at one point, and then right before 2020, he was like, nah.
I need that money.
No, he said, no, I'm not doing that.
Oh, and
No, he was.
he was taking, like 2016.
The implication is, without reading 10 articles, is he stopped accepting corporate money around 2019, 2020.
Although, to be fair, would he have needed to collect any corporate money for any kind of a campaign? No, because he didn't run for anything. So he wouldn't have needed any campaign funding? My question then would be more like this. Pete Buttigieg has been making all the rounds on the political podcasts, even the conservative ones. So he's making the rounds right now. It feels to me like he is laying the groundwork. I said this to you already. It feels to me, in fact, I said this to you 2 weeks ago because I was going to make a short about it. It feels to me like he's laying the groundwork for a 2028 run.
Probably. He's a bit of a technocrat.
What do you mean by Mayor Pete being a technocrat?
I don't mean anything. I mean the definition of technocrat. An advocate for technocracy, the government or control of society or industry by an elite of technical experts. Highly educated elites dictate and run everything, which is kind of how we've been for a long time. But I think him more so, but that doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing, to be clear.
All right.
That's not inherently a bad thing.
Fine.
Just an observation of how I think he is. Because he's pretty smart.
So you're just guessing he might be a technocrat?
No, I'm just observing the truth of the world. I'm not making a moral claim. I'm observing how he speaks about being the Secretary of Transportation and how government should be handled and how the president should be handling situations. It's a highly educated, elite, expert, technocrat kind of thing.
Logical.
Which is the opposite of, not the opposite, but it's different than a populist. Like Bernie's not a technocrat.
Right. He's, what's in it for the people.
Brilliant man.
Right.
But
It's money.
It's a little more maybe ideologically driven.
Not
more like I'm fighting for the people, which I think Buttigieg also does. But his kind of like Obama, where it's a little more the intricacies of government need to be running at top power with the smartest, most brilliant people.
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
Separate from popularity, it's irrelevant with a technocracy. You can be deeply unpopular, but if you're an expert, you run. So that can be where the negatives could come in. You also could have the smartest people running stuff.
I can agree with that observation, or at least it felt like that's what he was.
Yeah, it's not like a moral condemnation at all.
He's really intellectual and speaks 8 languages and all that stuff. I remember. It's a big deal. He's a super.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he speaks, I
think Mayor Pete.
I think he speaks 8 languages.
But yeah, so it's not a condemnation of him. It's just an observation of him.
Then my observation is this, because I feel that. Mm-hmm. I feel that
he's that's kind of where he's at.
Yeah.
The only concern
obviously
is
this is how things should run because this is logically the
experts
best
and the logics
mechanics of how everything should be running.
The question is, what are the beliefs and values of him and the experts he would think would be best? That's critical. Because if you have a bunch of Clinton-era Democrats in there as technocrats, then they're going to be enforcing Clinton-era stuff. Mm-hmm. But if you have a bunch of Bernie Sanders-minded people they're going to be technocratic about Bernie Sanders stuff.
Okay.
That's the important part. So, I mean, I think he's pretty progressive. I'm not like saying that he's bad or anything. It's just what are kind of his beliefs and values and who would he surround himself with.
Okay, so here's...
That'll shape a lot.
Maybe he would reveal that, or maybe he will reveal that in time.
Perfect example. Trump is a populist, not a technocrat. He can't get anything done. Stephen Miller is a technocrat. He's the bald guy who was answering. Not a populist, but like
the mechanics.
Highly mechanical, get thing done, get thing done.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So it's not a bad thing. You could have a horrible person as a technocrat.
You could be a technocrat as a president, but then you need,
everyone around you. And so if he,
are populist.
I imagine he would probably surround himself with technocratic people.
You think Mayor Pete would
probably would
surround himself with more technocratic
his
people?
His VP might not be. Is his cabinet going to be progressive people or old guard Democrats? That's the distinction, and we don't really have a way to know.
I think we do have a way to know.
Oh.
My feeling is, it's hard not to still call him Mayor Pete.
It's a great name.
It's
great.
I mean, he hasn't been mayor for a while.
Dig. It's just, I love Mayor Pete.
Yeah. Secretary Pete would probably be, but he's not even
Secretary.
He's not even that job anymore. So now he's just Pete. So if Pete, so what it feels like as Pete is making the rounds, I'm getting the sense that even though there may be that intellectual, technocratic kind of foundation of the way he thinks, the issues that he seems to be talking about is much more people populism kind of a feel, which I think is different than it was during his 2020 run.
Definitely, I think has been shaped by the Biden administration, considering he worked in it, where Biden, while not being like a staunch progressive, did some good stuff, got a lot done, a lot of legislation through. And I think he's probably more progressive than Biden.
Unsexy things like infrastructure.
But critical things.
Yes.
So he's probably not
technocratic
as far
things.
as AOC in terms of progressive policy. But I don't think it would be a step back from Biden. I think it would be a step forward from Biden.
Okay.
Whether it's the step we will need by 2028,
time will tell.
Maybe he'll change with time. I'm sure he will.
Yeah.
But so not condemning Buttigieg at all. I think he's awesome. It's sometimes hard to get a read because he's technocratic. It's like, are you saying that because it's a value you have in your heart, or is it just your logical observation of what's beneficial?
It sounds like you're demanding to know how he would build his cabinet.
We have a third chair in this room, and I'm just open invitation.
Mayor Pete.
Open invitation.
Ah, damn it, not Mayor Pete, just Pete. Pete, there's room right here at this table for you. All right.
Currently unemployed Pete.
Currently unemployed, sporting.
Is welcome to come to a room full of beards. We have a beard, you have a beard, third beard. And the greatest political show on the internet.
Yes.
It's a truth claim.
Yes.
It's not my opinion.
I wonder if it would help.
It's measurable.
I wonder if it would help to get him on if he knew that. I thought he looks a lot more handsome with a beard and messy hair.
I'll say this, if he comes on, his polling will improve.
His polling will improve because of our show.
By about double digits.
His polling will improve by at least 641 viewers.
Yeah, at least, which would probably put him around 37% support in polling.